Yeah, yeah, yeah. You already know it's the Galactic one. Ilanuda. We back cracking spells. Shout out to all the Galactic Guardians, 720 degrees. Shout out to the whole URO. Everybody living in that universal right order. Shout out to the House of Consciousness, Connecticut chapter. This message being brought to you by K.O.R TV, Kingdom of Righteousness TV. The show is called Wake Up Sheeple. Y'all already know how to do. We about to jump right into the demonstration. I shade to all the great prophets, ancestors, aiders, messiahs, messengers who came before, making the platform available so we could be here today, giving you the message. I say, jumping right into the demo on this Black Money Mondays. We gonna deal with the law, legal versus lawful today. And we gonna definitely jump right into the demonstration dealing with the math of things. Today is 8/12/2024. So when you do the supreme mathematics to that, you're gonna come up with knowledge cipher. You know what I'm saying? Or you're actually gonna come up with knowledge born, which is all being born to knowledge cipher, which is all being born to knowledge. So the knowledge that we birth and that we burn, we spark these new thoughts and these new ideas in this new day and age of time. You know what I'm saying? We got to make applicable the knowledge that we use in the cipher. The knowledge that we gain is for us to know the less, so we won't fall off the edge into the devil's uncivilization. And so with that being said, we don't have a true and divine inner and outer understanding on what we call law. You know what I'm saying? So what is law? Legal versus lawful, I break down the differences and show y'all, the words that we use academically and the words that we use in the street regularly don't mean the same in courtrooms and shit like that. Now, how did I embark upon this journey of studying law and getting into legal versus lawful? Shout out to the Moors. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Moors. Who are the Moors? Who are the Moors? We got ancient history on the Moors, right? So you can even go into the Bible. You'll see that some of us, are Ishmaelites, some of us are Israelites, some of us Edomites, some of us Adamites, Moabites, whatever it may be. But when it comes to the Moors would be of the lineage of the Moabites in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Who is the son of who? Ruth, right? And father is Lot. So Moab was conceived out of incest, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. And because Ruth is his daughter, so he basically Lot had sex with his daughter, or his daughter had sex with her father. However you want to put it, it was incest involved in this story, particularly that how Moab was created and a mighty nation came out of him, right? One of the tribes, basically, the Moabites. But the Moabites will fall up under the Ishmaelites, really. You know what I'm saying? If you go into the Bible and read Psalms 83:5, I believe it's 83:5 or something like that, you will see that it explains in that verse the descendants of one. These are all one descendant. The tabernacles of the Edom, Ishmaelites, and the Hagarenes. So basically, Abraham had an Egyptian wife named Hagar, who had a son named Ishmael, etc. And so Edom and all of them come up on out of that lineage. They all would. So that would be the Arabic shit. That would be the Allah shit, blah, blah, blah. So that's why they're Islamic. That's why a lot of the teachings when it comes to the Moors is Islamic, because they have that tied already into Ishmael, who was on the Islamic stuff, you know what I'm saying? Not the Israelite Jewish stuff, you know what I'm saying? etc. Although Moors today, there are many different Moors who could practice whatever they really kind of want to get into, as long as it don't cause no hurt, harm, and confusion, right? So, overstanding, they were descendants of the tribe of Edom. Edom is in that lineage. Who was Edom? Edom was of the red soil. That's what it means in the Bible, right? The red people, of the red soil, right? So when you think about the name of the native indigenous Moors that were here on the land, or the American Moors, the copper skin tone people who were called the Washita, from the word Washa, where you get the French word Oshi, you know what I'm saying? And that word derived from the Neshitu, right? Neshitush tribe from the area of Neshitu, right? So, and this is all in the U.S. This tribe called the Neshitush, right? So, which means of the red soil. You dig what I'm saying? So you could see the lineage, you could see the connection. The definition, by definition in term, it's the same as the biblical definition for Edom, of the red soil. And so this is the connection to that, because Moabite is Moab, and they all linked to Ishmael, and Ishmael linked to Hagar, etc. So you can see how the Islamic stuff is in the Egyptian shit. You can see how all of this has a tie, and we may have some of all of this in us. You know what I'm saying? Lawfully. You know what I mean? So what is law? Law will be the land, the air, the water, the length, the angle, and the width that you have dominion over as descendants of a sovereign nation or people or entity, right? Understand where the difference between legal and lawful is. Legally, you're under corporate war policies. There's no law behind that, really. Law will be the laws of nature. Laws will be the laws of the universe. You know what I'm saying? Those theocratic type of laws. You know what I'm saying? Them divine type laws. You know what I'm saying? Those things can't be disputed. You know what I mean? In a courtroom. Remember, in the courtroom is where they play games on the court. We play basketball on the court, tennis on the court, you know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. So understand they playing a lot of games in court because they're using words of art on you, which are spells, and people don't have no real overstanding or understanding on that. So y'all only understand, and when you stand under, they have what they call jurisdiction. And that is one of the things that need to be established once you dealing with one organization to another. There's certain things that have to be a protocol that has to go in place so that y'all have a overstanding on where one nation respects, or one government respects another government. And so, being that you descended of sovereign nations, people don't really have no real jurisdiction over you. You know what I'm saying? But until you give up the birthrights, once you give up the birthrights, that's when they could stand on you. You know what I'm saying? And now hit you with these legal corporate war policies and start policing you, send in public officers who are nothing but the people who are watching the property, surveying the property, because y'all done gave up the birthrights. You know what I'm saying? For somebody to adopt you, and now here come the foster parents. You know what I'm saying? etc. So understand the difference between the republic and the U.S. democracy. Understand, that's very important to understand the republic and the U.S. democracy. When you say the Pledge of Allegiance, you must know the ledge, right? So you don't fall off the edge into the devil's uncivilization. The Pledge of Allegiance may just sound like some bullshit when we stand up in class and saying that shit, blah, 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 and they programming you to say that shit over and over again. But you're really pledging allegiance to the United States of America. See, it was never called the United States of America. It was called America at one time. You know what I'm saying? Because this was ran by Moors. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, Amexum, etc. Many different terms, but it never was called America, right? Ica is from the Iberian Peninsula. Amir was those Muslims that they took from the certain tribe of Amirs that they brung over here, and they was putting in them places called Salem, etc. that I broke down in another demo. Those were the Amirs, etc. So Amir Ica. You know what I'm saying? But understand, we was really known as one family, right? And a lot of this shit didn't start until they created the race shit. The race shit started in about the 1700s. I want to say somewhere around 1779, somewhere around there, where they actually started, you know, creating this Negro, black, and colored stuff and all of that. And, you know, depending on the territory you was in, that's what you got labeled. You know what I'm saying? You was colored if you was over here. You was Negro if you was over here. You was black, you know what I'm saying? etc. So when they started coming with these different things, we didn't understand that U.S. democracy had crept in as a fraud government, you know what I'm saying, within a government, because pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, to the republic for which it stands. So understand, we're under a lot of political sorcery, and we don't understand the spells that they're casting on us on a political level. And the things that we need to establish first is your status. That's the first thing you want to put on the table, is the status for the record. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us don't even know our true status because we don't know what state we're really in mentally. So to them, you're a minor as an adolescence in the mind, because you don't even understand the majority of this legal and lawful demonstration. So to them, they looking at it like you don't understand corporate war policy, so you a minor. Period. It's as simple as that. You don't know your status. You a minor. You know what I'm saying? And so status is important to establish when dealing with these people, you know what I'm saying, or one organization to the next. Jurisdiction is another thing you want to establish. What gives people the delegation of authority to stop you or hinder you from traveling in harmony? Who has that delegation of authority? Right? Who has the delegation of authority? You dig what I'm saying? And adjudication is another thing that we must come to a understanding to, right? Because if you think things or you assume that these people have power, then you already gave up the power. See, that's that first stage to every master's carpet. You know what I'm saying? Belief. So you're assuming that these people just automatically have all this authority over you. So once you do that, you give them the authority. If you don't know it, they like, oh yeah, we do then. All right. Say you understand. I understand. Yes, I do. When you go in the courtroom, you say you understand. You say yes. And they stand over you. Do you know what I mean? Because you stand under them. You know what I'm saying? Legally. In that sense of things. So understand they was doing a lot of trick knowledge. There's a lot of trick knowledge going on. You know what I'm saying? That's devil tool and all of that. You know, that's how the devil moved. That whole Reconstruction era that they was talking about was them trying to get the paperwork shit right. That's all that shit was. They was rewriting history at that point. You know what I'm saying? They had to like fix all of that shit because you will know about all this government shit. You'll figure out all of the whole government status, that there was already a United States that was here already, but it was the United States of the Moors. You know what I'm saying? It had nothing to do with motherfucking those people. Those people just came in and took over the government that we already had flowing. You dig what I'm saying? So it's important that y'all tap into these things, you know what I'm saying, just to get a better understanding of why circumstances are the way they are today and situations and conditions are the way they are today. You know what I'm saying? And once you do break these spells, you know what I'm saying, you'll be able to apply some of this stuff in your daily life so that you can navigate unmolestedly as you travel, you know what I'm saying, these territories, you know what I mean? So it's been another galactic glorious day. Y'all traveling in harmony on this Black Money Moon Day. Peace.